Oh boy, do I love the Puget Sound, where the land just kind of stops and the water comes right up to it. It's salt water in the Puget Sound. And the Native Americans that lived here, oh man, they enjoyed some real nice treats in the Puget Sound. It's often very rocky. So you can see I did a wiggle line, flat across. And then when I come down, I gently lumpy, 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 and bring it over. And then I did my water line, and you can see the splash. Right before I got to land, I moved my pencil up and I made some splash. I didn't get too crazy. If I get scribbly crazy, people might not know it's a splash. So then I drew some bubbles to help people know it's a splash. I can draw the circle bubbles. I should clean these up. Some of my bubbles are sloppy. I can draw the circle bubbles, but I can also draw the raindrop bubbles, which are a little trickier. Today's picture is about the Salish goodies down in the salt water that our Native Americans enjoy. Okay. I'm going to start with a little oval down there. Can you see it? It's a really squishy oval, long and thin. And then on each edge, I'm going to come out and I'm going to do what it says. It's flaring out, where I just swing my lines out. Look at this. See how they get wide? Much wider than there. 2 lines. 1, 2. And this is one of my favorite parts. We're drawing the clam, and we're going to round over, and we're going to try not to have any loops. Round. Round. No loops. Nope, no looping, Mr. White. Round. Nice, and there, try to make them the same size. Woo, that's a lot of them. And come all the way over. Now, once you've done this, and you did your loops all the way over, and you try to make them even, then you're gonna draw your lines in, and then I'm gonna go over to the other side. In. It's getting squishy in there. In. In. All right? And that's my clam. And clams are a beautiful food inside the salty waters of the Puget Sound. I drew a second little line underneath that. And I did that so you can see inside the clammy a little bit. He's inside his shell. The clam is one of the real treats of the Puget Sound. Can you draw that? Share it on my flip grid. Yeah, I'd love to see it. By kindergartners and first graders and cheetahs big and small.